Hey my honey buns, it is that time again, new month, new books, and I cannot wait to share with you my March book picks. So whether you are in the mood for something cozy, something thrilling, or something completely unputdownable, I got you covered. So get your tea, let's get comfy, and let's talk books. So before I get into what books I'm going to be reading in March, I kind of wanted to talk to you about the obvious, which is the name change. If you've been here, subscribed to the channel for any amount of time, you know that the name was previously the Rebel Spirit Collective, which I absolutely love that name, but for another purpose, so I may still use that. But also, I thought that the name Honey and Prose sort of fit the channel better. And the reason I chose Honey and Prose for this space is because it represents warmth, sweetness, and community. And prose is all about the beauty of storytelling. At the same time, the honey also, to me, represents women of color. So a lot of the picks that I am going to be choosing are going to be like literary choices from authors of color. I am not excluding anything. I like authors from all backgrounds. I am discovering different genres, but the majority of my picks are going to be from authors of color. At the same time, I do want this channel to be someplace cozy and inviting and also inclusive, because I know a lot of people like the same books that I like, and I want you all to feel invited here in this space. So whether we're diving into a thought-provoking novel or just discussing the latest reads, this is a place for book lovers to connect and feel at home. So welcome to Honey and Prose. I am very glad to have you here. All right, so the first pick that I have for the month of March, is called Fast by Millie Belizaire. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have heard so much about this book and how heartbreaking this book is. It does have some trigger warnings, as I can see, but it is basically about, it looks like a 16-year-old Caprice Lattimore who lost her mother when she was 8, moved in with her grandmother, had issues with an uncle who went to jail, and now he's out. She's now, again, I said 16, living with emotional scars from the past. And because now she has Sean Taylor, the boy across the street, who will do whatever it takes to make sure no one hurts Caprice again. Ever hurts Caprice again. Okay, so it says Fast is a standalone that spans 20 years, separated into 3 acts. We watch Caprice grow from 8 years old to 16 years old to 28 years old. She gets hurt, she falls in love, she grows, she just might overcome. Fast is a story written about victims who were made to feel like their abuse was their own fault. And trigger warnings, I will just list on the screen because, I don't know this YouTube algorithm what I'm allowed to say, but I will list them on the screen for you. So the next book that I have on my list is by Tomi Adeyemi, and it is Children of Blood and Bone. I watched someone, and my coworkers keep texting me while I'm doing this, but I watched a review on this, and I also found out that this is going to be a movie, and Regina King and Idris Elba and all of those people are going to be in it. I always want to read the book first, and I think the movie may encompass all 3 books. So I do have all 3 books, but I am going to start with Children of Blood and Bone. And it says, Zeli Adebola remembers when the soil of Orisha hummed with magic, burners ignited flames, tiders beckoned waves, and Zeli's reaper mother summoned forth souls. But everything changed once magic disappeared. Under the orders of a ruthless king, the Magi were targeted and killed, leaving Zeli without a mother and her people without hope. Now Zeli has one chance to bring back magic, strike against the crown prince, who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. In a land where snow leopards, I think that's the word, prowl and vengeful spirits wait in the waters, the greatest threat may be Zeli herself, as she struggles to control her powers and her growing feelings for an enemy. So I'm going to start this. The next book will be Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and then Children of Anguish and Anarchy. So this is my second choice for March. My next pick for the month is going to be Silence in the Shadows by Darcy Coates. As you all know, this is the last book in the Black Winter series, and I have read the previous 3. I got really invested in Claire and Doran, but took a break because it was Black History Month, so I decided to read books by Black authors for February, which that video will be coming up soon. But this one says, the Stark world has changed, each passing day twisted further, pushing the surviving humans closer to the brink of extinction. But for the first time, there is hope. Claire and Doran have set their sights on returning home to Winterbourne Hall. It's a daunting journey, but vital. Humanity needs more refugees. No, is that what that's supposed to be? Refuges? Yeah, refuges, I guess. Safe areas where food can be grown without attracting the attention of the hollow ones. And the old Gothic manor is their best bet. But their home is no longer a sanctuary. It's become a trap carefully crafted for them, lying in wait for their return. By the time they realize just how dangerous Winterbourne has become, it's already too late. The fight for survival is far from over. So yes, we loved Voices in the Snow, Secrets in the Dark, Whispers in the Mist, and now this is going to be the last one, which I am looking forward to and sad about at the same time because I don't want it to end. But that is my next pick. All right, and then another series that I want to get into. So that is like the end of one series, and I'm going to be beginning 2 more. So the next one is going to be Legendborn. As you all know, Oathbound is going to be coming out, I believe, March the 4th. So I want to start the series. I do have Legendborn and Blood marked already. I have already ordered Oathbound. And this is, I will read the synopsis. I know some people don't like to, but I just like for people to kind of listen and see if it's something that they will be interested in. But this says, some legacies are meant to be broken. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants nothing to do with her family memories or childhood home. A residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC Chapel Hill seems like the perfect escape until Bree witnesses a magical attack her very first night on campus. A flying demon feeding on human energies. A secret society of so-called Legendborn students that hunt the creatures down. Let me read that again. A secret society of so-called Legendborn students that hunt the creatures down, and a mysterious teenage MAGE who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. Is it a mage? The mage's failure reveals Bree's own unique magic and a buried memory with a hidden connection. The night her mother died and Merlin was at the hospital. Now that Bree knows there's more to her mother's death than what's on the police report, she'll do whatever it takes to find out the truth, even if that means infiltrating the Legendborn as one of their initiates. She recruits Nick, a self-exiled Legendborn with his own grudge against the group, and their reluctant partnership pulls them deeper into the society's secrets and closer to each other. But when the Legendborn reveal themselves as the descendants of King Arthur's knights and explain that a magical war is coming, Bree has to decide how far she'll go for the truth and whether she should use her magic to take the society down or join the fight. So, to me, that sounds very interesting. This book, this whole series has been getting rave reviews, so I cannot wait to get into this. The next book on my list is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. France 1714. In a moment of desperation, a woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. As she realizes the limitation of her Faustian bargain, being able to live forever without being able to be remembered by anyone she sees, Addie chooses to flee her small village as everything she once held dear is torn away. But there are still dreams to be had and a life to live, and she is determined to find excitement and satisfaction in the wide, beckoning world, even if she would be doomed to be alone forever. Or not quite alone, as every year on their anniversary, the alluring Luke comes to visit, checking to see if she is ready to give up her soul. Their darkly thrilling game stretches through the ages, seeing Addie witness history and fight to regain herself as she crosses oceans and tries on various lives. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name. And suddenly, everything changes again. This says it is in the vein of The Time Traveler's Wife and Life After Life. But anyway, V.E. Schwab, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. The book sounds interesting. I can't wait to find out what happens when she goes into this bookstore and who this person is and why they remember her name. The last book that I have chosen for March is Maame. And Maame is the book that I am going to be reading for my book club. I do have the information for the book club down below. It is an online book club, also called Honey and Prose. So it's the Honey and Prose book club. All people are invited to join. But we are going to be reading the book Maame. This is our first book for our book club. And this one says, it's fair to say that Maddie's life in London is far from rewarding. With a mother who spends most of her time in Ghana, yet still somehow manages to be overbearing, Maddie is the primary caretaker for her father, who suffers from advanced stage Parkinson's. At work, her boss is a nightmare, and Maddie is tired of always being the only black person in every meeting. When her mom returns from her latest trip to Ghana, Maddie leaps at the chance to get out of the family home and finally start living. A self-acknowledged late bloomer, she's ready to experience some important first. She finds a flat share, says yes to after-work drinks, pushes for more recognition in her career, and throws herself into the bewildering world of internet dating. But it's not long before tragedy strikes, forcing Maddie to face the true nature of her unconventional family and the perils and rewards of putting her heart on the line. Smart, funny, and deeply affecting, Maame deals with the themes of our times with humor and poignancy, from familial duty and racism to female pleasure, the complexity of love, and the life-saving power of friendship. Most important, it explores what it feels like to be torn between two homes and cultures, and it celebrates finally being able to find where you belong. So we will be reading Maame, and I can't wait to see how the story unfolds. So that is it, you all. Those are my choices for the month of March. So my TBR for the month of March. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please let me know down in the comments what you'll be reading for March. I could get some recommendations from you all. And until next time, keep reading, keep dreaming, and I will see you in the next chapter. Bye.